What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Do not forget, get your Black Girl vitamins, okay? If you've already gotten your Black Girl vitamins, go ahead. It's time to re-up. I know it is. It's been about 30 days, okay? Excuse me. If it's your first time ordering with Black Girl vitamins, make sure to use your discount code ReallyBTV and get 20% off your first order. And listen, if you have more than one email, you can use the discount code more than one time, but don't tell nobody I told y'all that, okay? All right, y'all, let's get into the things, honey. Because this Married to Medicine situation last night was a lot. Hey, everybody. I haven't watched the first episode of Beyond the Gates. I think I'm gonna watch it after I get done with this review. Like I said, I won't be doing a day-by-day review. I think I'll be doing a weekly roundup. So probably at some point this weekend, I'll be doing a weekly roundup. I see people are talking about that in the chat. I have not seen it before. But anyway, let's get into this Married to Medicine. I need to say something. Married to Medicine needs to regroup. Thank you, Ms. Baythang. Married to Medicine needs to regroup. They need to reset and they need to regroup. Because these last two seasons, this isn't what people tune into Married to Medicine for. And I'm gonna speak for myself. So if y'all disagree, that's fine. But this isn't what people tune into Married to Medicine for. Last week's episode, I guess because I was in the moment, it did not look as bad as watching it this episode and looking back on the moment. That wasn't a good look for me last night. It just wasn't a good look for me or to me. So we're dealing with the aftermath of the fight. I'm with Quake, and I understand why we got the edited version, but we need to get the Peacock unedited version because I feel like we need some bigger context as to what we did not see. But based on what we did see, all of that T falling out on the beach and the ladies coming up on her and Phaedra speaking in tongues and the prayer circle. Don't get me wrong. I mean, y'all, I guess there's never a bad time for prayer. Okay. So I'm not no heathen. All right. I guess there's no bad time for prayer. But at the end of the day, y'all, that was a whole lot. And baby, when I tell you that I am Toya, the way Toya walked up on them with her drinking her hand, sipping out of her straw, looking at them like they was crazy, that would have been me. That would have been me. Baby, I'd have walked up on them and like, is Mims in here trolling? I wouldn't, hold on, what Mims done said? Y'all know my baby Mims. Y'all know y'all know my shady boo. I wouldn't want Cronisha speaking in tongues over me because I don't know where her tongue has been. Listen, Mims, that's how I feel about a whole lot of people when they be like, I'm going to pray for you. Sometimes I be like, I don't think I want you to. I don't know what kind of relationship you got with God. I don't feel like I need you advocating on my behalf. I don't know how you and God roll. I know how me and God roll. I don't know how you and God, I don't know if I need you praying for me or not. Okay. Yeah, Toya had me cracking up because, baby, that would have been me. I'm just going to tell y'all the truth. That would have been me, okay? That would have been me. I would have walked up on them and I'd have looked at them like they was crazy. Why are we having a whole prayer circle in the middle of this damn beach? Now, Greg and T say they leaving. Phaedra, she leaving. And I honestly don't blame either one of them for deciding to leave. I really don't. I don't blame them for deciding to leave. And they left in separate boats. You know, they did leave on separate boats, and I was here for that as well. Boat number 1 had pretty much everybody on it, and then boat number 2 had Gregory T, Shaq, and Phaedra. And so the conversations went the way the conversations were going to go. But ultimately, and I know that, and I said this before, and I'm still in my feelings about Dr. Heavenly, but I'm still going to feel how I feel about certain things. I'm going to say what I said last week, that this was production that set this up. I know that they used Heavenly to do it, and Heavenly allowed herself to be used to do it, okay? But that wasn't on Dr. Heavenly to call Apollo. That was production, because Dr. Heavenly didn't pay for Apollo and his wife to come down there. Dr. Heavenly didn't mic them up. Dr. Heavenly didn't hold that boat up until they got there. None of that was on Dr. Heavenly. Now, was Dr. Heavenly, did she allow herself to be used for the storyline? Sure. But at the end of the day, child, that was production. And that was messy as fuck. It was messy because at the end of the day, y'all was mad. Production. Y'all were mad because y'all brought Phaedra on here thinking Phaedra was going to give y'all something. Phaedra was going to give y'all this big boom, that Phaedra was going to elevate y'all show, because y'all have allowed the fans who are Phaedra fans, who have hyped Phaedra up over the last 4 or 5 years that she's no longer been on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, making it seem like Phaedra brought something major to the show that for real, Phaedra really didn't give. Phaedra gave great confessionals and reads, but let's call a thing, baby. Phaedra was the first Mia. Phaedra came on this show and was full of lies. The woman couldn't even tell y'all her due date. And again, do we know that she knew her due date? Of course she knew her damn due date. But she didn't want to admit when her due date was, because she didn't want her mom and them thinking that she got pregnant before her ass got married, okay? Phaedra ass ain't never had a healthy relationship with the truth. But y'all, and when I say y'all, I'm talking about people allowed Phaedra to be hyped up over the last couple of years since she's been gone off of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, like she was the missing element, like she was the secret sauce. And so y'all went out here, and Phaedra was so desperate to be back on TV. Phaedra did Girls Trip. She did a cameo on The Real Housewives of Dubai. They said that they was going to think about bringing her on The Real Housewives of Dubai. Phaedra was desperate to get back on Bravo, and Married to Medicine was desperate enough to have her on there. And she was a bust. She came on last season and didn't give y'all shit. She gave y'all absolutely nothing last season. So what y'all decided was that y'all was going to make her work. Y'all was going to make her earn this damn paycheck. That's what y'all thought y'all was going to do. And that's why y'all brought Apollo on this show. Because y'all were like, oh no, we paying you XYZ amount of dollars and you ain't give us nothing last year. Oh, you're going to earn this paycheck. So y'all brought Apollo on this season. And that's what this whole situation was supposed to be down here, down to the sandbar. It was messy as hell and totally unnecessary. Don't nobody give a damn about what Apollo got going on. And I honestly forgot that the woman he was married to was the woman he was sleeping with. I didn't even realize that was the same woman from The Real Housewives of Atlanta that was bragging on being the side chick. I honestly, child, because that's how much I don't give a damn about Apollo. I didn't even remember that was the same lady, which made it extra messy. And then y'all act like y'all don't understand why she was like, y'all a bunch of mean girls. Now, you ain't got to like Phaedra, but that was on a whole nother level of messy. Because it's not just her ex-husband and his new wife. It's her ex-husband and the new wife that he was cheating on her with when he was out here committing felonies. It's levels to that shit. And we supposed to feel some kind of way because she called herself, because she bought his friend. I ain't mad at you, Phaedra. Phaedra had a bird in her hand and was like, oh, you gonna bring Apollo? Okay, well, I see you when I raise you his best friend. How's she wrong? How was she wrong? Baby, I'd have done it too. Oh, you gonna bring my ex? Okay, I got one better. I'm gonna bring his best friend. told y'all from the beginning that damn speed dating was a setup. Did I not tell y'all that? You think I don't think that Phaedra knew exactly who that man was and he showed up and that was a setup by Todd to come to us with the bullshit? She absolutely knew who that man was. She knew that man was connected to Paulo and they set that shit up from the word go. That's what I believe and ain't nobody gonna tell me no different. That's what I believe and ain't nobody gonna tell me no different. Captain, I don't want you to get it twisted. I'm not defending Phaedra. Please don't turn this into me. See, y'all act like it's got to be one or the other. I'm not defending Phaedra, but what I'm saying is in this situation, I ain't mad at Phaedra. That's what I said. Now, don't turn this into just because I'm not going against Phaedra that I'm defending her. Because, child, please no, I ain't. I don't have no defense for Phaedra. But I'm saying in this situation, I ain't mad at Phaedra. And I'm not mad at Phaedra for bringing Shaq. I ain't mad at Phaedra for sitting in his lap and woo with him and booing up with. I ain't mad at none of that. Because you think you're going to bring Apollo on here and embarrass me? Okay. I got you. Phaedra been playing men since she was on that air mattress with Apollo in the halfway house. Shut up, Mims. Right, and then Apollo act like he has a right to feel away. Sir, you have absolutely no right to feel no kind of way about none of this. What the hell? Are you crazy? Sir, you are here on a wing and a prayer. Oh, okay, Captain Boo. You are here on a wing and a prayer. You are literally only here to be a thorn in your ex-wife's side. You, baby, you got the Mona Scott Young package because you here with a free trip to Florida and a chicken box and a coupon to the damn TJ Maxx so you can get you some busted fashions. Let's call a thing, Apollo. Let's call a thing, Apollo. I saw Shaq in a preview on Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is to be continued. Oh, Lord. Hey, Diva. The iDiva. Hey. So now that's what I got to say about the Phaedra situation. Now let's talk about this quad, Dr. G, Sweet Tea, king of it all. I still feel how I feel last week, and y'all ain't gonna change my mind. Okay, I still feel how I feel last week, and y'all ain't gonna change my mind. And again, that don't mean I like Greg, because I don't. I think Greg is an asshole. We're gonna get to him a little bit later, but I still feel like King and Greg, all that was extra and unnecessary. The man did tell your wife she talked too much. But sir, all of that, you gonna apologize to her and she ain't gonna speak to you and you ain't gonna, she can speak to you, but you better not say nothing to her. If you don't go sit your ass down, King, you was punking Greg because you thought you could. I mean, you can, but you was punking Greg. You want to tell that man that Quad can say whatever the hell he want to say to her, but he ain't supposed to have nothing to say back. Go sit down somewhere. Go sit down somewhere. All that was unnecessary. That was you just trying to be alpha male and punking the hell out of him because you muscles and he Greg. Right. Ken, you were looking for a moment. Now, do I think Greg trying to press charges and stuff was going a little too far? Yeah, I think that was probably doing a bit much. But we ain't going to sit here. But we ain't going to sit here and act like, you know, you wasn't doing too much. Ravine said King was defending Quad because G abused her. Ravine, that was 5 years ago before King even knew Quad. That is not King's business. In that moment, Greg wasn't putting his hands on Quad, and Quad was giving him as good as she got. Quad, listen, we're not gonna rewrite history, Ravine. I know I love you, boo, but we're not gonna rewrite history. In that moment, Quad poked that bear. Now, do I think that Quad and Greg had a very tumultuous, abusive marriage? Yes, I do. I do believe them because both of them admitted to it. So I believe that. But we're talking about this moment, this couple's trip right now. I'm not going back 4 years to what happened in their marriage. Quad poked that bear. Ravine, I hear what you're telling me, and I'm sorry for your story, but hear what I'm saying. She poked that bear. You said you were in an abusive relationship 12 years ago. So if you were in your ex-husband's or ex-man's face and you were poking that bear, I'm sorry. If he told you to shut up, then you need to shut up. Different perspective. I believe it has to do with Dr. Hyde's abusive behavior, because Dr. Hyde cannot ever address her and don't even look at her. Well, we disagree. That's fine. We disagree. Quad took all them husbands finding trips to Africa and still ended up, you know what? Shut up, Pims. The moment continues for the abused wife. But she poked that bear. That's the part that I think you keep skipping over. She started it with Greg. She started that with Greg. Because again, I agree that I think Greg, we saw it in this episode. I agree that I think Greg is again, that him and Quad had an abusive relationship. I believe that. But Quad poked that bear. That night, the way it was edited, that night, Quad started that shit. And she kept it going. When Quad turned around to T, I don't even care about her talking about how many times they had sex. Child, I don't care nothing about that. But when she turned around to that woman and told her that they need to get on it and get on having a baby, and she would throw the baby shower, you poking that bear. You know that woman is having fertility problems. You didn't have no reason to turn around and say nothing to them. You didn't have no reason to turn around and say nothing to them. You disagreed. T started it for her to address them 15 times. Yeah, right. Everybody there said something. So now T was wrong because she said something too. Dr. Heavenly said something. Toya said something. Dr. Simone said something. All of them made a comment about the 15 times. But T was wrong because she said something. All of them said it. Every single one of them made a comment about the 15 times a week. Even the guys made comments. So because T said something, now she was wrong. Anyway, we're going to move on. I hear what y'all telling me. I love y'all anyway. We moving on. So then we saw Dr. Heavenly meeting up with Apollo and Shireen. I think I kind of already addressed that. That I feel like they had no reason to be there. Apollo absolutely had no reason to have an issue or be offended or be mad. Shireen definitely don't have nothing to say. Girl, you was the whole side chick mistress. If you don't go sit your ass all the way down. So I didn't care nothing about them leaving. I don't care. They should have never been there. Then we had Dr. Jackie meeting up with Phaedra and Shaq. Now, can I tell y'all something? The diva said, no, Miss Quad never addressed him, nor was she negative until Dr. Hyde opened her mouth and it went. Okay, well, we're going to disagree. And that's okay. We disagree on that, and we're going to go on. Dr. Mimi confronted Toya, and Toya admitted she was the agitator. Right, so why is T wrong if it was somebody else that was instigating it? Moving on. I will say this. Now, we ain't got to like Phaedra. But, baby, the way Phaedra exited, I was here for all of that. Baby, first of all, Phaedra looked good. That little Louis Vuitton outfit, I love that purse, okay? Phaedra looked real cute or whatever, okay? And, baby, Phaedra got her ass on her Uber Black and got on that jet. I don't know who paid for it. I don't even care. But, baby, she took a private jet up out of Key West and flew her ass back to Atlanta or to Miami. I don't know where she went in that private jet, but she was on it, okay? I'm here for it. I was here for that. I said, now, if you're going to leave, that's the way to leave. Now, I didn't agree with her telling Dr. Jackie she was disappointed at her. I don't know how the hell Dr. Jackie got in this. That Dr. Jackie ain't had nothing to do with that. I don't know why you mad at Dr. Jackie. I don't know how Dr. Jackie, now we can blame Dr. Jackie for a lot of shit, but I don't know how this one became her fault. So Phaedra left. She said that y'all a bunch of mean girls. And I ain't got nothing to do with it. Okay. And then Apollo and Sharina gone. So boom, 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 boom. But I hear what y'all are saying. I get it. But it's the optics. It look good. It look good. All right. Moving right along. Like I said, she might have flown from Key West to Miami, and you're right. It's a hop, skip, and a jump. But it was a beautiful exit. I don't care if she flew 5 minutes down the street. The exit was everything. I loved it. I loved it. Moving right along. So then, right, Jackie definitely caught a stray on that. But like I said, now y'all know I'm quick when I think that Jackie on some bullshit. Y'all know I'll be quick to say Jackie on some bull. But baby, I didn't see what Jackie did nothing wrong that time. I didn't see that. But so the guys went to a cigar situation. And the ladies went to a little rum situation. And honestly, I feel like the conversations were just pretty much redundant. They were talking about how everybody felt about what happened, who did what, who said what, who was right, who was wrong. The guys did the same thing. They were talking about, oh my gosh, we've never had this before. This was just extra, and we've never gone through this before, and we really got to do better, and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Child, I don't care. I'm just going to tell y'all the truth. I just don't care. Okay. What did she expect Jackie to do? She don't even defend heavily. I just didn't understand how Jackie caught that stray. And I could even see if Phaedra and Jackie were friends. Like, you are not friends with Jackie. You and Jackie was just fighting over the whole Met Gala of it all. Y'all ain't friends. So I don't even understand what you expected from Jackie. But anyway. So yeah, as far as that, child, again, I mean, if something happened in them conversations, put it in the chat that y'all want me to address. Put it in the chat. But other than that, I just feel like it was just real redundant. They were talking about who did what, who didn't do what, who was right, who was wrong. Child, was the same shit, as far as I was concerned. So then we see T and Gregory. Now here's where. Now let's sit in this for a second. I want to be very clear about something. And I think I said this already, but I want to be very abundantly clear. I 120% believe that Dr. G and Quad had an explosive, abusive marriage. 120%. 120%. And last night's episode proved to me how that relationship could have gone. This woman is defending you because you her man. And you didn't call her naive. You done told her what she did was stupid. If I'm paraphrasing, I'm sorry if he didn't say the word stupid, but that's how I felt like that's how he was talking to her. And this woman was trying to defend you and basically letting you know she had your back. But I think you were embarrassed by the whole situation. And you talking about some, she talking about she left me. I ain't trying to hear all of that. Yada, yada, yada. But, sir, you chose to put yourself in this environment. You knew Quad was going to be around when you agreed to come back to the show. Greg was right that Sweet Tea shouldn't charge a grown man. I think I understood that point, but I think it was the way in which he chose to express himself is the problem people are having. I do agree that a woman running into a man, and then if he were to have hit Sweet Tea, it would have been a whole nother situation, whether it was on purpose or by accident. Sweet Tea might have got involved just as he was rearing his fist back and got hit by accident. I understand that, but I think the way in which he chose to express himself and the words and the tone, I think is the issue. Thank you, Adiva. She said, you ain't wrong when you right. Dr. Hyde absolutely said it. Okay, thank you, boo. Thank you. When he said to her, "What were you gonna do? You're a woman." That sums it all up right there. That lets you know exactly how he feels about not just Sweet Tea, not just Quad, but how he feels about women, period. How he feels about women, period. And he doesn't respect women, and he doesn't respect you, Sweet Tea. And Quad made a comment under this clip on social media where she said that that scene was very triggering for her, and it just shows that he's the same person, different woman, right? It's just a different woman, but it's the same person. Listen, Sweet Tea, baby girl. What I'm about to say is gonna be mean. I don't even know if I should say it because I don't want nobody to take my words wrong. I don't want nobody to take my words wrong. I don't know if I should say it. But I'm going to go ahead and say it, and I'm going to hope that y'all understand my heart and what I mean, what the words I'm about to use. Sweet Tea, God might be sparing you, baby. God might be sparing you, baby. There might be a reason, okay? God might be sparing you. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all, if y'all read between the lines, read between the lines. But I'm gonna leave it at that. God might be sparing you because this may not be the best environment for you to be in, much less the best environment for you to bring somebody else into. And I'm gonna leave it at that. And I think you're gonna figure it out sooner rather than later. I think you like the lifestyle. I think you like what opportunities have been given to you through this relationship. And unfortunately, because of what's going on in the government right now, you may or may not have a job right now because of what's going on in the federal government, and you may be in a financial situation. But I hope you figure it out sooner rather than later. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Thank you to love. Thank you, boo. Little baby said that's what gets me tea. She came in hot, believing everything anyone and everything said about Quad, but she wasn't in that relationship to make that. Well, she's just like any other women. Men do it too, but women do it too. We always want to believe the person we with because that's who we with. So we want to believe them. But my thing is, we know you were a fan. We know you watched the show because you knew exactly what to say to Greg. You slid into his DMs talking about, "I'm going to give you what you want," and gave an emoji of a baby, which tells me you watched the show. So you were a fan. You knew what the allegations were. You walked into this with your eyes wide open. But see, people always think it's going to be different with them. People always think, well, I know he did it with her, but he ain't going to do it with me. He would never. A man would never. A woman would never. And we always think we're going to be different until we not. I agree, Kim. Quad is, and listen, I didn't give it to Quad. I have definitely given it. I gave it to Quad a little while ago. People disagree with me, but I still feel how I feel. I stand in it. So we definitely saw the side of Greg that we knew was there for those of us who watched the show for many years. Because, baby, let me tell you something. I will never forget. I will never forget when Greg laid out on that floor and threw a tantrum when they were in that couples therapy group. And Greg got down on that floor and threw a damn tantrum like he was a 5-year-old. Baby, I will never forget that. If there's any thought of who Greg is in my head, it is that. And baby, I will never forget that scene when he got down on that floor and he was rolling around like a little kid, throwing a tantrum and kicking his legs. I said, this is a psychiatrist? When he told Quad, "I've been taking care of you since the day I met you." Yep. Right. And then he ran out the house and got in that damn what's them things called? Y'all know the car, not the Fiat. What's them little cars? Because my dad used to want one. What's them little cars? Mini Cooper, thank you. Yeah. And he jumped in that damn Mini Cooper and drove off. Sure did. Thank y'all. Thank y'all, Mini Cooper. Anyway. So last but not least, I guess this is the final night of the couples trip, child. We know the season is almost over because they filmed the reunion last week. So we probably have about maybe one more episode after this. And then maybe 2 more episodes after this. And then we're going to get into the reunion of it all. Sabrea, we heard you the first time. Sabrea, we heard you the first time. Sabrea, we heard you the first time. Okay. That final scene where all the couples came together and they did sort of a lemon squeeze situation. Can I tell y'all, and this is probably getting ready to surprise y'all too, what I'm about to say. This is probably, I'm about to surprise y'all what I'm about to say. Baby, I agree with Toya. I agree with Toya. Toya said, y'all sitting here talking like we not mean girls. She said, we absolutely have done some mean shit to each other. And baby, when production did all them flashbacks, all the different things that have happened that these ladies have done and said to each other, I said, I know that's right, Toya. Oh, absolutely, including Toya. Oh, yeah. Oh, Toya's not exempt from this just because she the one that said it. Let's be clear. Toya ain't exempt just because she the one that said it. But I agree with what Toya said. I agree with what Toya said. They have all been mean to each other. But I will say this. I think what has happened these last 2 seasons, I think are taking it to another level. And when Dr. Heavenly's ass fixed her mouth to say, apologize to Quad about bringing Sweet Tea around and how messed up that was, and she apologized and how bad. And I'm thinking to myself, girl, you the one that bought Apollo. Now, I know what I said about production, but we're going to go along with the story. We're going to go along with the story, and the story is that that Heavenly invited Apollo. So we're going to go along with the story right now. I know I done already said that it was production, but let's go. We just going to go down that line. We're going to go down that line. You really sat there and said that they were wrong. We were wrong for bringing Sweet Tea around and how bad that felt and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And you literally were the one that invited Apollo to be around Phaedra. I said, you have got to be shitting me right now. Like, you have really got to be shitting me right now. She brought Apollo to the reunion, so that's the difference. Child, I don't know if she had a choice to bring Apollo, but I hear you. I said, the hell? I'm reading the comments. Let me see. They did the same thing to Quad. Now she should have said something about Phaedra too. Really be, what do you think about the new couple? It's sort of a dud. I mean, it's kind of hard, to be honest, with everything that was going on. It was kind of hard for them to really make their mark, but I mean, I know they feel like they need to bring new blood, on the show or whatever, but I don't know. I think they should get another season, though, because they really just came on these last 4 episodes. Like, they just showed up at the Met Gala. So we really didn't get a chance to know them. They really didn't get a full season. So I think they deserve another season. But Ray V said it's only 61 likes, y'all. Can we get some more likes, please? We got 161 people in the room. I like that Steve and Mimi are calm and put together. They don't bring drama or excitement, but they seem like nice people. Yeah, they do seem like nice people. And again, I think they deserve a full season. I hate when they bring people in halfway through or towards the end, and then what we supposed to do with that? You know what I mean? Like, they weren't really a major part of any of these storylines, and then you throw them on a couples trip. So I'm definitely here for them being included in another season. Like, I'm here for that. That $5,000 donation put another season. Did it? Do you think the new lady had the right to comment about who shouldn't be around? Well, they asked her. I like the way she said it because she didn't make it personal. She said that the couples, in her opinion, the couples have not dealt with their individual relationship trauma. And I don't disagree. I don't think Quad has fully processed what she went through with Greg. We know Greg ain't processed it. And then Apollo and Phaedra have not. And you know, I know she's the professional, but so I'm speaking from my non-professional point of view. I don't know if everybody I don't know if closure looks the same for everybody. And I don't know if everybody needs the same type of closure. Because honestly, in Phaedra and Apollo's situation, if they're co-parenting their kids in a way that works for them, I don't think it matters. As far as Quad and Greg are concerned, they didn't have any kids. They don't have any businesses together. I think had y'all not forced them in a room together, I honestly don't think it was an issue. Now, does Quad need to process through her trauma as it relates to the marriage? Maybe. But honestly, I just don't think it was an odd child. Closure is a myth. Greg doesn't want closure. He wants to control Quad again. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that, like, closure, I think is relative. And I think closure is overrated for me. For me personally, I don't think I need closure when it comes to certain situations. I think I just need to no longer be around those people. That's my closure. So I don't know I think Phaedra and Apollo probably have more they need to work through only because they have kids that they're raising than Quad and Greg. I don't think Quad and Greg have anything they have to work through. I think y'all have forced them around each other. And so now they sort of have to work through stuff because you have forced them in a situation. But yeah. Right, Cajun. I'm good. Like, I don't need to talk to you. We good. And I told y'all about me personally. I do get upset about stuff, and stuff festers with me. But once I get over that hill, once I'm on the other side of that hill, baby, I could care less. Now, before I get to the other side of that hill, things do bother me. Things do bother me a lot. But once I'm on the other side of that hill, baby, I'm good. I'm so good. I'm in a situation right now that I went through with some friends, and things fell out, and it bothered me for a while. But baby, I'm on the other side of that hill, and I'm coasting now. I done got to the other side of the hill, and I'm good. Yeah, once I get to the other side, I hate to be harsh about it, but you saw you did to me at that point. Like, I'm good. Chuck said, I used to want closure, but I turned my back to you and forget what you look like. Well, I agree. Closure is relative. I think it looks different. So when people say, oh, I don't know if they process through that trauma, I don't know. You know, Cajun, is El Teddy live? Because I'm getting ready to get off of here. Yeah, he's live. I'm about to set up the redirect. At 52, I don't need closure. I need peace. You better say it again for the people in the back, Ravine. I don't need closure, baby. I need peace. You better say it again for the people in the back. Because again, like I said, it bothers me at first. And when stuff bothers me, it bothers me. Like when I'm really, really upset about something, or when something really bothers me, it really does bother me. But once I'm over it, baby, once I'm over it, baby, I am over it. When I tell you I'm good, like I said, you could go play in traffic. I am so good. Once I'm over it, I am so good. So good. Hold on, let me do one more thing before we get off of here. My closure is closing the access to me. Yeah. Catherine, are you still here? Catherine, if you still here, drop down and say something in the chat, please, if you still here. Don't forget tonight, the Whether You Like It or Not panel will be here at 8:30. I don't know if you guys saw the official announcement. I don't know if you guys saw the official announcement that was made today. Official press release was put out by the Whether You Like It or Not panel. JoJo is officially returning for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And we have added Busy as a permanent cast member. He will be a permanent member of the Whether You Like It or Not panel for the Real Housewives of Atlanta edition. So join us tonight at 8:30. We're gonna be over at Y'all's house. So y'all know when we at y'all's house, baby, we start on time, honey. We start on time. Okay. Now, Catherine, you've been asking me for this moderator stick, honey. So we're going to go ahead and make Catherine a moderator over here. We know Catherine is a moderator on pretty much everybody else's channel. Or everybody else's channel. So welcome, Catherine, to the mod squad over here. Okay. Sabrea said, really be, you would never get drunk and attack your ex-husband. I might. I can't say what I would never do. Never's a strong word. I might. I mean, I don't have no ex-husband to attack, but never's a strong word, honey. So it's all. You welcome, Catherine. You welcome, boo. All right, y'all. We're gonna get out of here. I set up the redirect, so we're gonna automatically head on over to El Teddy's house. We're gonna already head over to El Teddy's house, and I may or may not do a live a tribe meeting tonight before the Whether You Like It or Not panel. Is really going to depend. I'm trying to get some stuff done around my house, child. I've been neglecting my house. My house is junky. I got shit everywhere because I've been sick and I've been traveling. So I really need to do some stuff around here, get my dirty clothes together and all of that. So I may or may not do a tribe meeting, but I will see you guys at 8:30 at Y'all's house, and I'll share it on my community wall. Okay. All right. Talk to y'all later. Thank y'all for being here. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button on your way out the door. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the other side. Peace.